the government has not come out clearly to say there is insecurity. They keep boasting of the security. And you know, security is not the absence of war per se. And with them, they are eluded with the thinking that because there is no armed conflict, so Uganda is secure. But the truth of the matter is that the rampant death of women, and they are attributed to ritualistic practices.
I believe it's a societal problem because it has come up all of a sudden. One would wonder whether there's a particular group trying to target the vulnerable and what they are doing it for. But that has to be looked at in terms of security, and the National Security Committee needs to sit to establish what is happening.
It is the sole constitutional responsibility and obligation of a head of state to defend and protect Ugandans and their property. And if you go to the functions of police, Article 212, it is a failure, a grand failure on their part, because their cardinal call to duty is to detect and prevent crime. Even investigation and the prosecution processes are a failure.
I also pity government because, you know, situations of insecurity depend on the patriotism of the people. People need to be very, very patriotic to stick out and say, no, enough is enough. You remember all the olden days. You have seen very terrible cases being unearthed and the culprits being caught red-handed in most cases because of the cooperation of the Wananchi. The people themselves are the first callers. The first line of security is within the Wananchi themselves.
The crisis emanates from the security apparatus of this country. They are totally demoralized. And the majority of them usually release their investigations prematurely, which gives an edge of the culprits, the continuity of their actions. So, as a member of parliament, we have to first investigate who are these perpetrators, who facilitates them. Are they part of government? Were they formerly part of government? Or they are totally enemies of the country outside the government? So before we make our conclusions, we have to first know who these people are, where they come from, and who they work for.
I think it's so painful. The day they kidnapped one of your relatives, they kidnapped my sister's kid. Luckily enough, we managed to rescue her in a day or so. But we found it was a relative who had done it. So usually the people who are doing all these kidnaps are people around you. You have to be very cautious on the people you allow into your homes, into your lives, and the people you give whatever movements you have. But the challenge we are having as a government, from my own perspective, is that people have embraced technology at a much, much higher pace than government.
They're kidnapping children of very poor people outside there, and they're asking for them for ransom. All we need is government has to beef up security on security, especially on these public places like the tax parks, the bus parks, and I also urge the public to be very, very vigilant. The thing is that you don't talk to a stranger. Once you see someone you don't know, don't talk to them.